This is the Scorecard, where you score the latest sports news and in-depth views. I'm Anton Roxas. On the Scorecard tonight, France's Julien Sale claims first professional title at Philippine Open with strong 65. UST secures semifinal spot in the UAAP Girls Beach Volleyball Tournament. Eagles soar past Commanders to claim the NFC title and a spot in Super Bowl 59. The Chiefs defeat the Bills for the AFC Championship to aim for a historic Super Bowl three-peat. While in the NBA, the Thunder hold off the Trailblazers for a bounce-back victory. And we get to know the latest developments in the country's esports scene. All the headlines and more. Don't miss the Scorecard tonight, the 27th of January. Now here's our roundup. Julien Sale of France fired a brilliant 5-under par 65 to capture his first professional victory at the $500,000 Philippine Open on Sunday at the Manila Southwoods Masters course. The 27-year-old showed his early intent with 3 birdies on the back nine, taking control of the tournament and finishing with a 269 total. Sale narrowly edged Japan's Tomoyo Ikemura and Thailand's Sadom Kaukanjana, who were both within striking distance. After an impressive final round, Eagles on the 18th hole. Ikemura shot 68 while Kawanjana posted 67, but neither could catch the Frenchman. Ikemura, who began the day with a one-shot lead, could not find the crucial birdies despite a bogey-free round as Sale surged to a 3-shot lead heading into the closing holes. Filipino golfer Miguel Tabuena bounced back with a solid 66, finishing 4th, just 4 shots behind the winner. Adric Chan also impressed with a 66, finishing just 1 shot behind Tabuena, while Justin Kiban struggled through the round and ended with a 70, finishing 7 shots off the lead. Now in the amateur race, Filipino-Japanese Shinichi Suzuki, a member of the victorious Philippine Putra Cup team, claimed low amateur honors with a 286 total after a 72 in the final round. The University of Santo Tomas is officially heading to the finals or the semifinals in the UAAP Season 87 Girls Beach Volleyball Tournament after a strong win over Adamson University on Sunday. UST's dynamic duo Cheng Dadang and Angelica Del Mar outclassed Adamson's Ella Gonzalvo and Megan Pineda with a 21-10, 23-21 victory at Sands SM by the Bay in Pasay City. Chasing a three-peat, UST improves to 3-1, tying Far Eastern University Diliman for second place. In a tight race at the top, National University Nazareth School remains unbeaten at 4-0 as Vilmarie Toos and Faith Mangyao dispatched FUD's Sheena Cafe and Sheena Pascual 21-17, 21-14. The University of the Philippines Integrated School scored its first win with Janela Guarino and rookie Anya Capus outplaying De La Salle Zobel's Aislinn Alemania and Kylie Celada 21-15, 21-16, with both the Junior Fighting Maroons and Baby Falcons at 1-3. They will clash on Friday for the last remaining semifinal slot. The Philadelphia Eagles are heading back to the Super Bowl after a commanding 55-23 victory over the Washington Commanders in the NFC Championship. With this triumph, the Eagles punched their ticket to the big game for the second time in 3 years. Philadelphia came out swinging, putting up a record-setting 7 rushing touchdowns, the most ever in a conference championship game. Leading the charge was star running back Saquon Barkley, who made an unforgettable impact with 3 touchdowns and 118 yards on just 15 carries. Barkley scored twice in the first quarter, including a jaw-dropping 9-yard run just minutes after a clutch fumble recovery by safety Reed Blankenship. On defense, Philadelphia was relentless. The Eagles sacked Washington rookie quarterback Jaden Daniels 3 times and forced multiple turnovers, including a crucial fumble late in the first half that paved the way for another score. And Will Shipley got in on the Eagles' historic ground game, breaking free for a 57-yard run late in the fourth quarter and scoring his first NFL touchdown to cap the win. With this dominant performance, the Eagles are flying high and ready for Super Bowl 59. Meanwhile, the Kansas City Chiefs secured a thrilling 32-29 victory over the Buffalo Bills in the AFC Championship at Arrowhead Stadium, earning a shot at history with a chance to win 3 consecutive Super Bowls. They'll face the Philadelphia Eagles in the Super Bowl, aiming to repeat their Super Bowl 57 victory. Buffalo fought hard but fell short once again in the postseason against the Chiefs. Despite a late chance for Josh Allen to tie the game, Kansas City's defense, led by Steve Spagnuolo's blitz calls, made key stops to seal the win. Mahomes' early touchdown drive put the Chiefs ahead, but Buffalo responded with a quick score from James Cook. Kansas City later took a 21-10 lead, only for Buffalo to fight back with a touchdown from Mac Hollins. The second half saw more back-and-forth action with Mahomes' rushing score and Cook's second touchdown keeping the game tight. The Chiefs' defense and clutch plays from Isaiah Pacheco and Samaje Perine eventually iced the game, sending Kansas City to Super Bowl 59. Now, after the victory, pop sensation Taylor Swift, who has been frequently spotted supporting Travis Kelce at Chiefs games this season, shared a special moment with the star. The two shared a kiss in the stands at Arrowhead Stadium, adding a touch of glamour to the Chiefs' remarkable postseason run. Now in the NBA, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander scored 35 points to lead the Oklahoma City Thunder to a 118-108 victory over the Portland Trail Blazers, improving their NBA best record to 37-8. Despite a late surge from Portland, who cut the deficit to 6, the Thunder sealed the win with key plays from Gilgeous-Alexander and Isaiah Hartenstein, who added 14 points, 11 rebounds, and 6 assists in his return from injury. Allen Williams contributed 24 points and Isaiah Joe added 16 off the bench. Oklahoma City dominated in the paint, outscoring the Blazers 52-22 and had a 28-13 edge in second chance points. Denny Advia led Portland with 28 points, while Scoot Henderson and Tomani Camara scored 25 and 24 points respectively. The Blazers have now lost 15 straight games to the Thunder. Now, here's your daily dose of sports lingo. In the world of beach volleyball, some moments leave fans on the edge of their seats. One such moment, the beach dig. A beach dig occurs when a player dives into the sand using their forearms or hands to receive a powerful attack from the opponent. It's a crucial skill in beach volleyball, demanding lightning-fast reflexes and incredible agility as players risk hitting the unforgiving sand with little protection. This defensive move is a true display of athleticism as players dive into the sand to save a hard-hit ball and keep the rally alive. The beach dig requires not only physical skill, but also fierce determination to keep the ball in play and swing the momentum back to the team. It's time for our Cough Court buzzer. In mixed martial arts, Khamzat Chimaev's bold 2025 blueprint, Chasing Greatness. Khamzat, one of the UFC's most electrifying stars, has big plans for 2025. Fresh off recent victories, he aims to dominate the middleweight division and to secure his legacy. Following Dricus du Plessis' victory over Sean Strickland at UFC 312, Chimaev has outlined a bold timeline. Fight in May or June before a title defense in October in Abu Dhabi. Chimaev's elite wrestling, striking, and aggression make him a formidable contender. Chimaev's October title defense in Abu Dhabi would be a homecoming of sorts. The city's passionate fan base and vibrant atmosphere have made it a key stage for his career. His goal isn't just to win, but to dominate, to silence his critics, and etch his name alongside UFC legends. So MMA fans, this is definitely something to look forward to this 2025. And that's our roundup for tonight, the 27th of January. When we return, get to know the exciting new developments in Philippine esports. So watch out for that when we return right here on the scorecard.
This Chinese New Year, may your home be filled with joy, your heart with warmth, and your year with success. Kyonghei Wachai! Every morning,
It's getting better.
let's start your day right with fun and laughter. Join Paulo Del Rosario
Let's get you up to speed with some news that you could use right now.
and Asis Carillo.
We are bringing happiness and cheer along with inspiration, good vibes, and great energy.
And Monique Tuzon.
Your mornings are mo fun with us. Only here on
It's a beautiful day.
You're watching Business 360, where we break down the numbers, connect the dots, and give you the developments and insights you need to navigate, adapt, and lead. World leaders react to Donald Trump's return to the White House. Finance Chief Ralph Recto says that the Philippines could even profit from Trump's new tariff strategy. President Bongbong Marcos doubles down on incentives to supercharge the Philippines' semiconductor industry. That's for Business 360. I'm Mikey Oreta. Keep it here on BNC, the Billionaire News Channel, always on top.
At BNC, 12 noon doesn't mean break. We're always ready to give you the latest news. Join Maya Rodriguez, delivering fresh news for you.
Price of diesel will increase by $1.45 per liter. Field of flowers cover the square in front of St. John Church.
Vendors we spoke to here in La Loma say sales are up this year.
News feed at noon, only here on BNC.
In terms of the Philippines political context, a lot of leakages, quote unquote, are happening. To actually get that, I think, 28 billion increase in ACAP funds in 2024, that might explain why the ayuda not just is not enough for so many people in need because of joblessness, but maybe even the ayuda being assigned is not even going to those who need it at all.
From the filing of candidacies until the last ballot is counted, your newest trusted news source, BNC, the Billionario News Channel, will be at the forefront to guide your decisions and guard your vote. Tune in to BNC's Election 2025 special coverage. Your newest source of news and information.
That's it?
Follows you everywhere, every day.
Wow.
Oh, man.
On cable and free TV. Online.
He joins us from the Batasan Comercial.
On mobile.
Simulan na natin ang agenda. No Friday.
This is BNC. And we are everywhere.
Hello and welcome to Follow the Money. I'm Rain Musni. Join us as we explore the tools and insights you need to jumpstart your financial journey.
We empower.
Filipino startups can actually compete globally.
We motivate.
Growing retail interest today from a cryptocurrency perspective.
Changes that are vital.
We have high data privacy standards for all our clients.
Follow the money with Rain Musni.
Keep it here on BNC, the Billionaire News Channel, always on top.
terms of the Philippines political context, a lot of leakages, quote unquote, are happening to actually get that, I think, 28 billion increase in ACAP funds in 2024. That might explain why the ayuda not just is not enough for so many people in need because of joblessness, but even the ayuda being assigned is not even going to those who need it at all.
Good morning, I'm Mikey Orata.
Ferdy Salvador,
Welcome to Industry Beacon,
where we shine a light on the trailblazers.
the disruptors and the industry leaders shaping our future,
And in each episode, we explore how they're staying ahead in their fields.
one industry at a time.
It's a good opportunity to come from Australia here to the Philippines.
AC Health has launched groundbreaking initiatives to improve access to care.
I'm so thrilled we opened the country's first cancer-only hospital.
Industry Beacon on BNC, the Billionario News Channel. Every morning,
Getting better.
let's start your day right with fun and laughter. Join Paulo Del Rosario
Let's get you up to speed with some news that you could use right now.
and Asis Carillo.
We are bringing happiness and cheer along with inspiration, good vibes, and great energy.
And Monique Tuzon.
Your mornings are mo fun with us. Only here on
It's a beautiful day.
Oh, they wanted Basil and Leah to interpret it during the festival and record it for the album.
Okay.
But
First on a beautiful day.
But the composer of the song, si Butch Montserrat, fought for us. So this is why we interpreted it in the festival and recorded it.
And they did the best version
Yes.
ever.
It didn't win, but medyo sumikat naman. So.
But people are singing it until now.
Until now, yeah.
Yeah, until
Yeah.
now.
Yeah.
It is.
So,
Exactly.
yeah, I owe a lot to that song.
I
Well, I'm
love
glad
that
that you did it
song.
and not
I'm
us.
actually
Lifestyle, beauty, food. We got you.
If you want a gift that gives back, memories that is, this one is on my wish list too.
Join Marie Lozano where she uncovers the untold stories and surprises in the world of lifestyle.
I had already accepted my excess baggage fate. It's time to show me what you're really about.
The Lifestyle Lab on BNC, the Billionario News Channel.
Magandang gabi, ako po si Pinky Webb.
At ako naman si Corina Sanchez-Rojas.
Ngayong 2025, kombinasyong Corina Sanchez-Rojas at Pinky Webb. Dalawang mamamahayag na subok sa tapang at talino.
Simulcast tayo sa DWAR Abante Radyo at 94.7 Mellow BFM.
Mapapanood din tayo sa Abante Teletabloid sa Sky Cable. Sa bawat issue may anggulo at ang balita may agenda.
I don't know if you're familiar with the Kuha sa Tingi project of Quezon City and Greenpeace, and there's also in San Juan.
Yeah.
Those are in sari-sari stores. And in fact, several NGOs have also initiated this kind of promoting these Tingi stores, like Mother Earth has also done that. And we've
Yes.
also helped stores in Infanta Quezon. So we also help
to help them put up
sari-sari stores na refill.
Yes, NGOs, LGUs visit our store to do field visit benchmark, and then they ask us about our practices, and then they replicate it in their area, because we cannot do it all at
yourself.
once by
Yeah,
ourselves.
yeah.
So we're happy to share our knowledge, our experience. Of course, we're not experts, but we just base our discussion with them through what we experience also.
To BNC's Election 2025 special coverage.
Welcome back to the Scorecard. It's time to keep your eyes on the prize. We'll break down the upcoming matchups to deliver key insights that might just give you the edge you need to stay ahead of the game. All right, let's dig into the Atlantic Division race in the NBA and what's shaping up to be, well, not really much of a race at all. The Boston Celtics are sitting comfortably at the top, and honestly, it's hard to argue with the position that they're in. This team is absolutely loaded. Of course, they've got the two JTs, Jason Tatum and Jaylen Brown. Jason Tatum, he's not knocking on the MVP conversation's door. He's kicking it down. The guy can give you 30 every night, and he's only getting better. Actually meant JB. Jaylen Brown, sure, the contract raised some eyebrows, but this dude is a legit two-way star. Add Kristaps Porzingis to that mix, and a healthy Kristaps Porzingis, mind you, and you've got a stretch five who can protect the rim and drop threes. That's a luxury not many teams can claim. And let's not overlook the rest of the supporting cast. Derek White is one of the most underrated guards in the league. He's the kind of guy you appreciate more when you watch him night after night, always in the right place at the right time. Always making the right play. And of course, old man Al Horford. He's practically ageless at this point. The guy has been anchoring defenses since the Obama administration, and he's still out there holding his own. Kudos to that. This team is built to not just win the Atlantic, but to dominate it. They're the clear front runners, and honestly, it's hard to see anyone catching up to them unless the injury bug decides to move into their locker room. Now, let's talk about the New York Knicks. They're sitting at plus 550, which feels about right. This team took a big leap last season. Jalen Brunson has been everything the Knicks hoped for and then some. The guy's a winner, and he steps up in big games and controls the pace, and he doesn't back down from anyone. Still, you cannot ignore the progress this team has made under Tom Thibodeau. They're gritty, they play hard every night, and Madison Square Garden is one of those places that can swing a few games on energy alone. Now the question is, for the Knicks, do they have another gear? They've got the pieces to be a solid playoff team. But challenging Boston, that's a different conversation. For the Knicks to seriously contend for the division, they'd need a leap from someone in their core, or maybe a mid-season trade that shakes things up. Right now, they're the scrappy underdog. And while that's fun, it's not top of the division material just yet. Now, let's move down the ladder to Brooklyn. At plus 50,000, it's clear no one's taking them seriously as a contender, and that's fine because they're not supposed to be a contender right now. This team is a team in transition. The Kevin Durant and Kyrie Irving era is officially over. Now they're building around D'Angelo Russell. And listen, yes, Russell is kinda legit, former All-Star. He showed flashes of being a star again last year after the trade. But even if he turns into a 25-a-night guy, this team just doesn't have the depth or firepower to compete at the top. They've got some intriguing young pieces. Cam Thomas can get buckets. Nick Claxton is an excellent defender. But intriguing doesn't win you a division. Now, we have Philly. Oh boy, what a mess. With James Harden now traded to the LA Clippers, that cloud has officially lifted from Philly, well, in some ways at least. Now, instead of the drama surrounding Harden, the focus can shift to how the Sixers can move forward. They still have Joel Embiid, and he's as elite as it gets, but he's always injured. The question now becomes, can Tyrese Maxey fully step into that number 2 role? Or is there a gap left that needs to be filled with more consistent contributions from the rest of the team? Maxey's a guy who's shown flashes of stardom, and this might be his time to rise. But there's still uncertainty about the overall depth of the roster. With Harden gone, they may find themselves having to adjust their play style, especially in clutch moments. Now, will that lead to a more cohesive and free-flowing offense? Or will they miss that ball-dominant playmaker that the Beard was? The question is whether the Sixers are really done with all their drama now. They've had a few tough seasons dealing with internal strife and expectations. If they can stabilize that, they might surprise some people in the playoff race. But even with Embiid and Maxey stepping up, it's hard to see them challenging Boston for the top spot unless they get some really strong showings from the rest of their guys. So yeah, Philly may have dodged a bullet with that trade, but they're still in a bit of limbo, rebuilding a little on the fly, but not quite out of the shadows of past controversies yet. Finally, we have the Toronto Raptors. What is even going on in Toronto? They're stuck in NBA purgatory. Too good to tank, not good enough to contend. With Pascal Siakam now in Indiana, the Toronto Raptors are really in a position to fully shift focus to their current roster. The core is built around Scottie Barnes, and this is his moment to take over as the face of the franchise. The question is, though, will he embrace that challenge? Barnes had a bit of a step back last season, but he still got all the tools to be a star. He has the potential to be a do-it-all player with his defensive chops, playmaking, and scoring ability. Now, if he takes that next step, the Raptors could have a true building block to build around moving forward. But overall, the Raptors are in a tough spot. They're not bad enough to tank for a top lottery pick, but they also don't have the star power to really contend in the top of the East. Their ceiling might be a lower playoff seed, but with the right development and growth from their young players, they could be in a better position in a few years. For now, they're a team with a solid foundation, but it's unclear if that's enough to compete with the Celtics and the top teams in the division. It's definitely a team in transition, but not necessarily one with a defined direction just yet. So here's where we land. This is Boston's division to lose. They're stacked, they're focused, and they've got the talent and depth to not just win, but dominate. The Knicks, they're fun, scrappy, and could make things interesting, but they're not on Boston's level. The rest, Brooklyn's rebuilding, Philly's imploding, and Toronto is stuck in neutral. Unless something drastic happens, this is Boston's race, and everyone else is playing for second. Mid-season is where teams start showing their true colors, and we're about to see who's for real and who's just riding the wave. So buckle up. It's going to be a bumpy and exciting second half. Stick with us because the best is yet to come. Now here are the NBA odds for tomorrow, January 28th. That wraps up tonight's preview, so you can keep your eyes on the prize. Before we go, think on this. From an NBA legend with 6 rings, 5 MVPs, 10 scoring titles, and considered as the greatest of all time, Michael Jordan. He once said, "Talent wins games, but teamwork and intelligence wins championships." And with that, thank you for joining us tonight. We'll see you again tomorrow on The Scorecard, where sports is our business and business is our sport, right here on the Billionaire News Channel. This has been Anton Roxas. Have a blessed evening, everybody. Good night.